Right, I'm in Sheffield city centre, just near the fire station. There's a bit of building work going on around here. But I'm just looking at this grey to green scheme, where basically we've got a load of wildflowers that give a continuous amount of interest throughout the year, from spring right through to November time, really. Lots of different trees and shrubs and herbaceous plants, most of which are really, really good for wildlife. And there's some, as I said, there's some trees planted amongst them. Just look over there. There's a dead one there, but so that needs replacing. But on the whole, it looks really, really good. And of course, this area is sunk so that when it rains, the water kind of sits in this area. There's actually, from what I remember them when they were actually constructing this, is that the idea is that if this area floods, and of course it probably very rarely will, but the water will flow all the way down here, and as you walk along there, it carries on down the hill slightly, and end up in the river. But at least it fills this area up first. And I suppose most of these plants will be okay with a little bit of water logging for a bit of time. I'm not sure about that salvia there, but certainly these grasses, I don't know if that's a grass or a rush or whatever, but so that's the idea. But what they've done as well is they've got this section of it here, which again is similar, but this struggled a bit last year, because last year those trees were there and they're no longer there anymore. These trees were perfectly healthy, they were nowhere maples like those there, but they've taken them out, I suppose to give priority to this scheme, because this is going to have an overall better beneficial effect for wildlife. This will be much more attractive to insects than a row of Norway maples. Norway maples, nice tree, but not a lot grows underneath it. It does cast quite a dense canopy. And so here we have a case of them taking trees out to benefit wildlife. Strange thing to do, you might think, but yeah, I keep saying it's all about the right plants for the right places. And what is it that you're trying to achieve? So here we have a scheme that is designed to help protect the city from flooding in a small way, but also that's incredibly attractive to wildlife. I mean, there's bees buzzing. There's a bumblebee there. And even when there is a tree planted, that I think it's a pin oak or a scarlet oak. It has quite a light canopy. So again, like a silver birch, because there are silver birches planted here as well, you can actually plant things underneath it. Again, silver birch here, so we've got multi-stem silver birch. So again, the foliage is not 30-40 foot up in the air, but the foliage is actually down at ground level where we are, where we breathe, and where the fumes are coming out of the cars. So the road's over there, people are walking here. All of these plants are giving a protection against the traffic coming from the road. If there was nothing but a row of trees where the foliage is 30 or 40 foot up in the air, it's doing diddly squat at ground level. Cornice there. Sam's going to walk to the end. Again, very light canopy. Is that a Gleditsia? I think it might be, not sure. But should cope with a bit of drought. Branch needs chopping off. So again, you can see how the water would run under this drain here and into here. And another dead tree, so they need to sort the dead trees out. Other than that, it's all very impressive. So if we can create lots of schemes like this wherever feasible around the city centre, it's not all about trees. It is about, again, biodiversity, creating a varied landscape. This is the courthouse. Look at the bees on that geranium. Oh, it's not geranium, is it? It looks like geranium. Oh, or is it a geranium? Not sure what that is, but the bees absolutely love it. Bees absolutely are lapping that up. Scabious. Salvias, the salvias are absolutely covered. They just absolutely love the salvias, and of course this is getting sun all the day. The paving is very light. The gravel around it is very light, reflecting all the light back up, really giving these plants the conditions that they love. So many Mediterranean plants here, and plants that you see at the seaside. Just sit and watch those bees for ages. Maxi fridge, I think, there. I think we used to know that when I was a kid as Paris Pride. We used to have two in the garden. One was London Pride and one was Paris Pride. And Paris Pride was this kind of reddy colour. London Pride was a kind of pinky white colour. Looks like a variation on that. I mean, this is only its second season, so it does look, cornice there, looks absolutely fantastic, and there's still so much to come. The salvia covered in bees, and of course this lamb's ears, because it's so soft and furry, that will be another month or so, that will be flowering. The bees absolutely adore that as well. And it's very noticeable how bees go for usually plants that are purple, dark pink, that kind of end of the colour spectrum. Big bee here, that's dark pink. Tend not to be so interested in whites and yellows in my experience. There are exceptions. Hypericum is usually, got big yellow flowers, it's usually covered in bees. But generally speaking, you see them so much on purple and pink flowered plants. So you can see the water will come all the way down there. When it floods, if we get something like 2007 again, the water would come all the way, it would fill up in all of these beds, and then it would flow down between them all under here into this one, and then down the hill, and eventually into the river, which is just behind Irwin Mitchell there. So let's go down this side. Just walk across. A few more here, not sure what's happening here. But if you want to read more about it, and just pause that video there. Still some trees. I don't know if these are staining these. These look like some kind of planters that they use in old concrete. Don't know, drainage pipes or something. Forget-me-nots. here we go. So the water would eventually get down to here. All right, and go down there and I suppose into that next bed. Or it may just go out to the river, I'm not sure. Let's have a little look. There doesn't seem to be any inlet. Oh right, okay. Right, so here as well there's a big grate there. Another couple there. So this looks like it's the bottom section, so from here it probably goes straight down into the river. And I would imagine the waters, if it's running off the road, will have been filtered to a certain extent as it works its way through the gravel and the soil. So yeah, shows what can be done. Shows how engineering solutions, soft engineering solutions, can work. Although this is really a combination of soft and hard, because obviously, you know, it's in a bowl, so it's designed to hold water for a particular amount of time. So it's a combination of hard and soft. But it enhances the area. It gives food for wildlife. It just softens the urban environment. A little bit shadier here, although the sun will come round later on the day. Of course, it comes right up to the bus stop, so, you know, right where it's needed, on one of the main bus routes into town. Very nice, very impressive, and a lot more of it, please. Bye for now.